Hey, it's Tanner, and thanks for checking out Card Making Wednesday. In today's episode, we're going to make a really awesome Christmas card for this holiday season. So what we're going to start out with is this image that I found from Hobby Lobby, and it's just a really simple little image that I actually got for $3.25 a few years ago, and I think it's totally worth it because it turns out really cool when you do some simple Copic or Bic coloring. You can even use some colored pencils to color this, but it's pretty easy. Now, instead of taking a white gel pen or a black gel pen, I took a purple gel pen. And I've noticed that these gel pens right here, I don't know if they're gel pens or not, but they work pretty much the same as gel pens. They're the TUL pens. I picked these up at Office Max. These are my go-to pens for like writing, and I just really like how they feel. I have a red and a purple one on this desk, but then I have a blue and black one on my office desk, on my business desk, so to speak. So the next thing you're going to do is I have a Peach King stamp set called PK859 Christmas Greeting Words, and it's a really great Christmas stamp set. It has plenty of sayings for your sentiments for that holiday. I would actually recommend this. Someone sent me an email asking me for some nice Christmas sentiments. If this person is watching, I would definitely recommend this stamp set. I think it's totally what you're looking for. It's got your New Year's holidays, it's got your Christmas holidays, so it's really great. So awesome. So let's move on, and we have this strip of paper right here. It's a 1/2 inch by 8.5 maybe, I don't know, but it doesn't really matter how long it is. You just want, 6 inches. Let's say 1/2 inch by 6 inches, because that's the minimum I guess I would want. So then we have this layer right here, which is a 1/4 inch below what our card base is, and our card base is 4.5 by 6.5. And before you cut the paper, when you cut the paper before you fold it, you need 11 by 4.5 sheet of paper. So this 11 by 4.5 cut like this, and then when you fold it, it's 4.5 by 6.5. So it's pretty cool. So let's get started, and this layer is just a 1/4 inch below what the dimensions of the card is. The first thing I want to do is get our sentiment all ready to go. Let's zoom in here. Focus. Okay. So I always like to say 1/4 inch when I'm trying to make it look really professional for a card, so the sentiment can fit on there really nice. So I put the sentiment in the middle, or sorta to the middle top thing, and that way it just stamps better. So let's ink this stamp up. Ta-da! It says Happy Christmas Wishes, which looks really cool. And the next thing you want to do is, I like to cut it either, if it's a larger card and it has more real estate on it, so to speak, I would give it some room right here. But since it's a slimmer card, I would rather cut it right here at the edge and try to cut it as straight as possible. And then right here you have this extra room, which I like to have this extra room to work with. So you can cut it down some. Let's go with right here. And just look at your card. See how it looks like this. Maybe if we trim it down just a little bit more. Right like that. And then instead of snipping in and cutting to the sides, I find that more tricky when you're working with something like this right here. So what I would do is snip it on one edge and then snip it on the other edge. And ta-da! So it looks pretty cool. I like how it looks, but you might want to do the other way, but I find this way a lot simpler. Okay, so after that is done, we can pretty much start assembling our card. Now, the first thing you want to do is add your ribbon. So you sort of want to leave a little bit room at the bottom to put your Christmas sentiment on, which we'll be doing that pretty much last. You just want to add your tape to your back of your card, and then the next thing you want to do is take your HEG or whatever adhesive you prefer and tape down your layer. And you could use more layers of paper. I know card makers do a lot different. I sort of like to lay low on the layers of paper on simpler cards because it still looks really nice with just 1 or 2 layers. And by golly, this didn't go down right. So let's pick this up before I put too much pressure on it and fix this right here. Okay, so it's nice and straight now, and I'm just going to put this down sorta as good as I can. And what I do to score my cards is I use a Martha Stewart scoreboard. I have the really big 12 or 13 or 14 inch one, but you can get the smaller one and it works just as good. Okay, so after this is on, we can put our image on right here, or just one right here. And all I did was stamp it on this cardstock. I used the archival ink, so I had to heat dry it with a heat tool, and then I colored it, and then I heat dried it again. Then I did put it on the back, put it on some red cardstock on the back, and I did the little tick marks, so to speak. Okay, and the next thing we're going to use is some of these dimensionals. I ran out of my other dimensionals, and I need to order some, but I just haven't had a chance to, and I sort of like the ones from Hobby Lobby a little better than these, but, you know, these are the ones from some website. I don't recommend these because they're so hard to get off the back. The Stampin' Up! Ones are a lot easier. Now, I ordered these a long time ago, so whoever I ordered these from probably, hopefully, has improved their backs, little slips, because they're so hard to get off. Even if you have fingernails or don't have fingernails, it's hard to get off. Okay, so we can put that down right here. And you know, you could have corner chopped the edges of the card, but I just prefer not to on this type of card. But I did do it on these edges right here. So then we're going to incorporate the edge down here, and we can use some more dimensionals. I'm just going to use about 3. Okay, and to tie it all together, we're just going to tie a really quick bow right here, and that ties the card all together. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. You can also use the Mr. Crazy Christmas stamp set if you would prefer, but it's actually sold out, so if you're going to pick it up on the website, I'm sorry, but this Peachy Keen one is also really cool, so make sure to check it out at www.peachykiengstamps.com. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.